I bought a 465k house in London with just 5k down, and this is exactly how I done it. Before I start, this isn't an ad for Yorkshire Building Society. This was just the lender that I ended up going with at the time. There are a lot of different options in the market that offer this sort of low deposit scheme. Go out there, do your own research, and as always, this is not financial advice. This is just my own experience. Growing up, my family was incredibly debt adverse, meaning that they didn't like debt. Some of them didn't even have credit cards because they hated debt that much. So that really shaped my mentality in thinking that all debt is bad debt. So I avoided a lot of it growing up. When it came to the point when I was ready to buy a house, that really ironically stopped me from being able to do so. Because lenders, they don't just care how much money that you can earn, they also care that you can manage debt responsibly. So I spent about 5 months building up a good credit history. If looking back at it, I think I just bought something that was worth a couple £100. I'll probably take it out on a line of credit. I got an Amex Platinum card. I started doing like everyday shopping from it. And just paying it all back before the balance was due, just to show that I can take out debt and I can pay it back quickly and I can manage responsibly. And that's when I learned a really important lesson that not all debt is created equal. Some debt is really, really bad if it's you taking out big expenses that you know you can't afford. If it's something that's manageable, it can actually be a good financial tool that can set you up to help you leverage credit to really better your situation later down the line, and really opens a lot of doors and a lot of opportunities that you probably wouldn't have had if you never did it in the first place. Once my credit profile improved, that meant I was in a position to start looking at mortgage in principles and start getting some decisions and speaking to mortgage brokers. I earned, and I still earn, roughly 130 to 190k a year for recruitment. So that meant that I could meet the affordability requirements. I then used 5k as a deposit to buy my 3-bedroom semi-detached house in London worth 465k. Now, to qualify for a 5k deposit scheme, doesn't really matter what lender you go to. The 4 requirements are always typically the same. The first one is that it can't be a new build. Second one is you have to be a first-time buyer. Third one is naturally you have to have good credit. And then the last one is, have good income to cover the repayments, the most important one. So my deposit for the house was 5 grand. My legal fees was about 1,800, and my stamp duty, I think, came up to about 10k from the top of my head. So overall, I put down roughly 17k towards the house, and then ended up getting keys to the house in August 1st of 2025, which is 2 days before my 26th birthday. So ended up making me a first-time buyer at 25 years old. The big lesson that I took away from this is that you don't need a huge deposit to become a homeowner. Sometimes you just need to educate yourself about the options available and put yourself in a really strong financial situation to be able to get access to that.